Boot, 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 bobbing along.
Hi, we're Stuart and Emmie, and we're childfree after infertility. So we decided to change our life plans and moved on to a narrowboat. We're sharing our adventures here, and you're welcome to join us.
You're joining us today at High Lane, and we're walking to beautiful Lyme Park for an explore before we cruise towards Bollington.
So much muddy walks. I think that's why this handle's here.
What? Everything feels so beautiful and lovely when the sun is shining.
That sandcastle looking building over there is the cage, which is what first alerted us to the fact that Lyme Park was over here.
Lyme Park is a big fancy house and gardens with beautiful grounds and deer that live there.
They've sort of come closer and closer to us, and I, like a true manly masculine hero, am getting scared of the deers. Compared to this one, who is well excited. Bye dear.
Lyme Park is actually where they filmed Mr Darcy's house, Pemberley, in the BBC Pride and Prejudice back in the 90s. I love the BBC Pride and Prejudice, so I was really excited we were able to visit.
Mr Darcy?
Miss Bennett?
Stu just said, "Ooh, there's the lake that Mr Darcy had a swim in." Shining through the trees. It's the car park. Oh, there is a lake there as well. Maybe you were right.
I was definitely looking at the car park, but there is a lake. Are you excited? Do you recognise that lake over there? Do you recognise that lake over there?
Mr Darcy!
Miss Bennett!
We're at Pemberley.
How do you like the house, Lizzie?
Very well. I don't think I've ever seen a place so happily situated. I like it very well indeed.
I'm delighted.
Oh look, my dear, it's Pemberley Hall.
Looks like there's people dressed up over there.
I think they might have dressed up to come here because they've got children with them. I don't think they're part of the entertainment. I just think they're enthusiasts. Let's go with enthusiasts.
Amazing. I wish we'd done that.
Mr Darcy! Miss Bennett!
There was Pride and Prejudice merch in the gift shop. We didn't buy any, but we were delighted to see it.
Go! Oh.
it's hard to see, but we spotted this bird of prey and it was hovering over the grounds periodically. It was really beautiful to watch. Take your time. Also, don't fall over.
I thought maybe you were hoping it would.
A little bit.
Already slipped over.
Did it with a bit of style though, didn't I?
If you say so. We're nearly back at the boat and it's so beautiful, and it's 3:30 only, so I think we're going to cruise.
Yeah, it would be nice to cruise in the sun. Can't remember if we said, but we're aiming to get just to the top of Bollington for the very sexy reason that we have a lot of laundry to do.
Starting to feel cold now.
Yeah, still quite bright, but it is going to get dark soon, I think.
I'm feeling good.
Boop. It's actually the next day. We were pretty tired when we got back from our cruise. When we finished our cruise yesterday. And today we're heading into Bollington to do all the laundry we desperately need to do.
Oh my god. Hello. Hi. Oh, are they sheltering from the rain?
I think so, yeah.
That has already made my day. 10 out of 10. The canal's up there.
Boop boop.
Well, unfortunately, the laundrette's too busy and there's no space for us to do our laundry. So we're going to move on. How cute is this entry?
We're back on the boat. We're having a quick snack and a drink, and then we're going to push on back to Macclesfield, which is sort of good in a way because it gets us moving on a bit quicker. But it's a little bit of a shame because I personally was looking forward to having a little wander around Bollington. But it doesn't matter because we get to explore new areas quicker. Well, it's a bit wet and miserable. And part of the reason we cruised yesterday was to avoid cruising in the wet and misery today. But this is where we find ourselves. But it's good, and it's not too far from Bollington to Macclesfield, so hopefully we shouldn't get too wet. We're off, and it's just got rainier and windier, just as we set off. Great.
This is the bit where we were looking up and seeing the sort of grassy bank up to the canal. We weren't filming anymore, but we went past Zero and William and Joe waved through the hatch, which was very exciting because we love their vlogs, Polly the Cafe boat vlogs. We've realised we did the Peak Forest so quickly, we're heading back to Macclesfield within 2 weeks. It's a good thing that we've been spotted by someone from CRT on the Peak Forest, we're pretty sure. Because you know how when you're a continuous cruiser, you have to move at least every 2 weeks. And there are people who come along and check your boat numbers and track your movements to make sure you are adhering to that. So, yeah, it does feel weird actually to be back within 2 weeks. So here we are again. Okay, so we're back on the Macclesfield pontoon. We've had a little lunch. Stu's met our next door neighbour who we follow each other on Instagram. Then I think it's narrowboat.bears. They make little knitted frogs and I think we're going to go to the pub with them later. But first, we desperately need to do the laundry. Laundry! Second attempt.
Laundry done. Emmy's going to stay here and work, and I'm going out for Snacklefields Part 2. I'm going to the shops. I'm quite looking forward to going out with some other boaters. And then the plan is tomorrow we've got a bit more laundry to do first thing. Looks like it's going to be a nice calm day tomorrow, but quite windy for the rest of the week. So we're going to do a cruise. There was a little spot that we want to stop in just the other side of Macclesfield. Stop there and rest for a couple of days before moving on.
Boop. It's been a lovely one night in Macclesfield. All our laundry is done and we met the lovely narrowboat.bears, I think is the Instagram handle, but I'll double check and put some text on the screen. Sally and Stephen, and we went to the pub last night and had a drink together, and Sally makes the most adorable knitted animals and she gave me a prawn.
We're gonna shoot off now. Well, we're gonna go say goodbye to Sally and Stephen and then shoot off. And we are not going very far. We're just going to the other side of Macclesfield to Dean's Moss, which we've heard is very pretty, and we're gonna have a couple of days there.
I think it's Dean's Moss.
Dean's Moss, which we've heard is very pretty, and we're gonna have a couple of days there before we do Bosley Locks at the weekend.
We've just said goodbye to Sally and Stephen, and I just bought this amazing pig. Look, she's called Leah and she's sparkly.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope you really enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again next week in Danes Moss. Thank you as well to Tyler and Jan, as well as John Madsen, for the Buy Me a Coffee donations this week. We really do appreciate it, and it really does help us a lot, so thank you again. Please do give us a little boop in the comments below, and if you're not already, please do subscribe, and if you're feeling really generous, give us a like as well. Thank you, and we'll see you next week. Bye.